Hey guys, this is RBT coming at you with my NFL Week 10 prediction video. Just going to go through really quick and predict all the scores. I've been talking for like 40 minutes straight, so if I stutter or anything, please disregard that and don't hate me. I am human. And we'll start out Thursday's game, Kansas City at San Diego. San Diego coming off the upset loss the week last year against the Browns, 7-6. Their offense can get anything going. But San Diego has too much for Kansas City. I definitely don't see San Diego losing 2 straight games to two of the worst teams in the NFL, that being the Chiefs and the Browns. So I think San Diego and Phillip Rivers gets it done in this game. I'll go 24-14 San Diego. Denver at Cincinnati. I think when you come down to this game and look at it, it's the difference is quarterback that is probably one of the best in NFL history and definitely going to make the Hall of Fame. Probably the best quarterback in NFL history versus a second-year professional player, Andy Dalton. I mean, don't get me wrong, Andy Dalton's a really good quarterback. Definitely been a surprise his first 2 years. He's been effective, but when you come down to it, Denver has too much for Cincinnati, and they'll win this game 28-21 over Cincinnati. Baltimore at Cleveland. This is probably my upset of the week. I'll go Cleveland over Baltimore. Too many injuries for Baltimore. They definitely have underperformed, and that's what's expected with their that's kind of a double negative there, but it's been expected with all the injuries. Cleveland's definitely improved. Brandon Whedon's playing better. Trent Richardson's able to get through holes. The offensive line's been playing a little bit better. He carried the rock last week about 20-something times, over 140 yards. Had a big game against San Diego, which is traditionally a pretty good team against the run. But I am going to go Cleveland in this game. I'm going to go 17-14 Cleveland, and they'll get it done. Arizona at Green Bay. I think Arizona's defense makes this a tough game for Green Bay, but Aaron Rodgers in the end is too much for that Arizona team. They'll outscore Arizona by about 10 points. I'm going to go 27-17 Green Bay. I do know that Aaron Rodgers was contained last week. He only threw for about 180 yards last week against Jacksonville, so Jacksonville's defense got him done, so why couldn't Arizona? So I don't think he has a huge game, but he does just enough to beat Arizona by about 10 points. Chicago at Tennessee. I'm about to record my Tennessee-Chicago preview video, so if you want to see in-depth analysis, you can watch that. But honestly, I'm going to go with the score of 24-21 Chicago. We're going to play Chicago tough. They've been playing teams close lately, but we don't have enough to beat Chicago. Chicago's the number one team in the NFL against the rush, and the reason we've been improved over the last few weeks is Chris Johnson's been having great games. We haven't been riding on the back of Matt Hasselbeck, who's filled in for Jake Locker, but Chris Johnson's definitely been playing better, and that's been the reason for our success for the most part. And that's not going to be the same against a team with the number one rush defense in the NFL. So we'll lose this game by about 3 points. It could be a different story though if Jake Locker plays. If Jake Locker plays, he has the ability to throw for 300, 400 yards. So but we'll see. Miami at the Colts, playing in Indianapolis. Miami coming off a pretty big win of like, what was it, 21 points. 29 points, 21 points. I think it was 39 win. But either way, they played great last week. Colts coming off a overtime win against my Titans. But it is what it is. They scored when they had to. They stopped us when we had to. They executed when they had to. We didn't. Andrew Luck, I think, will have a field day against Miami. But Miami has definitely been probably the surprise of the NFL so far. They definitely have outperformed everybody's expectations. They coming into the season, I believe, was going to be the worst team in the NFL, and that's definitely not the case. They got, I think, 4 or 5 wins now. And either way, I'm going to go Miami in this game. I'm going to go Miami 27, Colts 21. Carolina at Washington, the battle of the two better dual-threat quarterbacks in the NFL, Cam Newton and RG3. RG3's hungry. He's mad after last week. Had his worst game of his NFL career as so far through 9 weeks. He's mad playing in Washington FedEx Field. He'll outperform Cam Newton because RG3's not going to have 2 bad weeks in a row. Cam Newton, great quarterback. I think he'll tear apart the Washington defense. It's He's gonna have a great game. High scoring game, I guess, to NFL standards. I'll go Washington 34, Carolina 30. Detroit at Jacksonville. Jacksonville definitely came out and played better than many people predicted against Green Bay, only losing by about a touchdown or so. Blaine Gabbert had a pretty good game, 300 yards passing. Definitely held his own against that secondary of the Green Bay Packers. And it's not going to be much different playing against Detroit. Detroit's definitely underperformed this year. They can only do good. Matthew Stafford throws for about 300 yards or more. But I believe they can do that against Jacksonville's defense. It'll be tough. Man, I don't know which way I want to go in this game. I think Jacksonville's secondary has improved enough to contain Matthew Stafford under 300 yards passing. That's definitely been the point for the win or loss against for the Lions. If Matthew Stafford gets over 300 yards passing, they win. If he doesn't, they lose. And they won last week by 4 points against the Seahawks. They had to come back. Jacksonville held Aaron Rodgers to under 200 yards passing. They contained him, so why can't they contain Matthew Stafford? So I'm gonna go Jacksonville 21-17 over Detroit. Man, I'm probably gonna have second thoughts about that pick, but let's move on before I do. Buffalo at the Texans. Houston, no problem with Buffalo. 31-20. Houston might give a few points to Ryan Fitzpatrick, but he might throw 15 interceptions for pick sixes. So with that scary wide receiver quarterback running back duo, Houston wins easily. Tampa Bay at Oakland. Oakland is coming off a surprise win, but so is Tampa Bay. I'm going to go Tampa Bay in this game over Oakland. Doug Martin, huge game on Thursday against the Vikings. Had a touchdown receiving, touchdown running, had over 130 yards received, 130 yards rushing, about 70 yards receiving. Josh Freeman didn't turn the ball over against Minnesota, hence the reason they got the win. Defense played pretty good against Minnesota. And I'm going to go Tampa Bay 27, Oakland 20. Yeah. Minnesota at Seattle will be a really low-scoring game. Two teams with pretty good defenses and offenses that can struggle at times. But Seattle's undefeated at home this year, so they're going to get the W at CenturyLink Field, the toughest environment in the NFL by far. I'm going to go Russell Wilson and the Seahawks 14-10 over Minnesota. It's Pittsburgh at the Giants. Be a tough game, fun game to watch. Two of the better quarterbacks in the NFL, Ben Roethlisberger, Eli Manning. Can't say enough about those two guys. But Eli Manning proves that he's clutch at home, and I think Pittsburgh doesn't have enough to beat the Giants. Giants will improve to 7-2. I think that'll be the record. But either way, Eli Manning and that offense beats the Pittsburgh Steelers, and I'll go Giants 27, Pittsburgh 24. It'll be a close game, but I think the Giants get the W. Dallas Cowboys at the Falcons. Dallas definitely they killed themselves last week. They had I think they were the team that had 6 turnovers last week. They're not gonna win an NFL game with 6 turnovers. Turned the ball over 6 times against the Giants last week, and that's unacceptable. I mean, they did play tough. Tony Romo had, what was it, like 49 of 62, some stat like that, over 400, 500 yards passing. So he can throw the football around, but he definitely needs to limit his turnovers. He can't. The team can't be turning the ball over 6 times and win an NFL game. That's just ridiculous. And you're definitely going to have to limit your turnovers against teams like the Falcons, who's now undefeated, now 8-0. But I think Dallas makes it close. I don't think they turn over the ball that much against the Falcons. Dallas usually plays quite well in at night games. But I'm going to go with Falcons remain undefeated, and I go 31-20 Falcons. Don't get blown out too bad, but let's make this 31-24 Falcons over the Cowboys. And Monday night, last game to predict. This video is about 10 minutes long. Eagles at the Saints. I think the Eagles finally put an end to their misery. Saints definitely can't ride the back of Drew Brees anymore because their defense is just that bad. And it's definitely been proven if you don't have a great defense, you're not going to win that many games. You can have the best offense in the country, but as long as you don't have a good defense, you're not going to make it that far. And I mean, it's going to be a close game. It'll be a really tough game playing at the Superdome on a Monday night. It doesn't get much rowdier than that. But Eagles defense, I think, wins this game. Michael Vick, I think, has a better game with the implication of if he loses another game, he might get benched and he might not be the starting quarterback anymore. So I think he ends up having a good game, doesn't turn the ball over that much. And I'll say they beat the Saints 27-24, close game. But the Eagles get the W. So that's been my Week 10 NFL prediction video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. And have a great day. And as always, roll Tide, go Sox, and go Titans. See you guys later.